the hell?
Yo, good day and welcome to another episode of RoadFS Detail Memoirs, where we're always trying to bring you guys amazing guests to impact your business. And as you guys know, I'm Jody.
I'm Rod, and today we have P&S, Kyle Clark, he's Duplessie. We're talking off-road on RoadFS, and he's too shy. He's camera shy. He jumped away.
He just stepped
Dude, you said his name and he went into hiding. What's up with that?
On, yeah. Well, I have that effect on people. So first thing I gotta do is reach out. I gotta tell Bob Phillips, sorry, we had to cut him out of the picture on the promo. He was hurt by that. But we have this clause with our sponsors that I can't have Bob on there because it makes me look bad. So there's
Bob makes everybody look bad.
I'm already.
Well, I gotta tell you, I mean, Rennie would tell you he's the pretty one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, well, Rennie is delusional.
Yeah, no, he tell us that Bob was the pretty one.
We're gonna try this. It's
we'll do that.
We're gonna do this for now until Kyle comes back on. But man, we had the pleasure of seeing the P&S team minus you at the TRCMA.
I saw him there.
I didn't see him. How come he was hiding?
Yeah, see, you were talking to him. I was talking to Keith over in the corner.
I'm in the background, baby.
I was
not doing the thing.
So, and I had just the opposite. I didn't actually see Kyle at the training because I was talking to Keith. So let's talk about this off-road line, because this is not something that you guys just dreamed up overnight. This has obviously got a lot of research and R&D and everything. So how long have you guys been planning this off-road launch?
Well, first of all, it felt like we made this stuff up overnight, and I'm sure Dave felt like we made it up overnight and asked him to execute it. But we were working on it for about 9 months, I guess. Wouldn't you say, Kyle, been 9 months or so?
Yeah, so 9 months is when we kind of started, I guess 9 months from now. But originally, I kind of brought this idea up when I first came on with P&S, and it kind of just got, shelved for a little while until the opportunity was right. So this is pretty cool to be part of doing this with P&S.
So, and I know because of Dave and Bob and they're really meticulous about the products that they put out. I think the big question everybody's going to ask is, what is different about this than the other lines that P&S has? Because I know Dave, just right up front, Dave doesn't rebrand anything. This is a new product. This is all brand new stuff that you guys have developed.
Yeah. So, we started with the idea of what we wanted the products to do, right? And a lot of chemicals have similarities, and we had to find what base we're starting with, what we wanted it to look like at the end, smell, and then allowing Dave to be the magician chemist he went to work. And so we wanted, and we can go through the line as we talk, but there are some differences. There are some unique properties to each of the products, and the look and smell and the names, we wanted to be very synonymous with the off-road industry.
Yeah, the naming of the products to me is just phenomenal. And it sounds like Rod's already been in the mud and hacking on dust and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I always sound like that.
So let's talk about that, because you have a very intentional brand set of product naming and purpose. So let's talk about each one of those.
Yeah, so I have the line with me, and I can start and just show it off as we go. I'll start with our quart-sized product of Wide Open. Let me see if I can get it properly in the camera. So Wide Open all-terrain wash
There you go.
is our soap.
Yep.
And what we wanted Wide Open name-wise was because there's many names within this this sport, whether it's the dirt bike or the quad or the UTV or the Jeep. It could mean you're wide open on the gas. It could mean wide open spaces. And so we liked that name for multiple reasons that it made us think of off-roading. Wide open.
When you shoot it through a foam cannon, I mean, you're wide open, right? So it really, the name fits the idea, right? We're gonna blast with foam. We're going wide open here. We're gonna let it go.
Yeah.
So talk about the difference between Wide Open as a soap and other soap-like products. I mean, what makes this one better for off-road?
Well, this soap is meant to have good cleaning ability, and like other soaps, and emulsify dirt and debris, but also not cause any harm to the finishes later. Meaning, this has a rust inhibitor, an additive that Dave put in to not contribute to rusting of bare metals. So you have, the A-arms on a quad, or the forks. You have chains, all these areas that the soap is going to make contact with. By protecting those areas slightly, we're not allowing the water to start the rusting process.
Yep.
So it's safe and effective, but it's not a pH balanced soap.
And, we got to think when we talk about off-road programs, these are vehicles that are totally differently used. They're going to have a lot of, if they have powder coating, they're going to have a lot of powder coated chipping, just because of the nature of the material they go over. So the anti-rust or the rust deterrent product part of this that's really different than most car wash soaps. Car wash soaps are designed to give you great lubricity and be pH neutral and safe on the paint. And, we have a lot of surfaces here that don't have any paint on them. They're plastic, they're hard surface, they're durable surfaces. They have the ability to be damaged and beat up. I mean, that's kind of what you do with these things. So we needed a soap that could dig in and have a little bite to it, if you will, when it comes to, making an effect on cleaning, but not so much that it was corrosive or damage to the vehicle.
Good.
So it's balance.
And there's so many different types of debris that you're going to encounter out in the wide open spaces, whether it's dust, silt, mud, oil, sap. There's a lot of debris that we need to emulsify, to lift, to remove on all surfaces. So that's why it needed to have that bite to cut through the grime. But we also want to be gentle enough that we're not going to hurt all of those surfaces, the vinyl, the plastics, the powder coating, the paint. Right. And that's what Wide Open does for us.
Yep. Perfect.
And you talking about different materials, man. I was just thinking about the last time I went up four-wheeling here in southern Idaho, and we hit mud, snow, rocks, dirt. I mean, we were throwing everything. We even got a guy stuck 3 feet up into his wheels, and pulling him out, man, we were throwing chunks. And I felt bad for the driver because he's literally spitting chunks out. And the whole time I'm going, yeah, the front of that rig's going to be chewed up a bit.
Yep. Everything. I mean, everything gets sandblasted where I go. My rear trailing arms on my side-by-side, where the CV joint meets the hub, it's completely sandblasted. I don't have that pretty blue paint that it came with because of the debris. And then underneath, whether it's a dirt bike or quad or side-by-side or Jeep, everybody rubs on rocks, rock crawling, scraping. You have the sliders. And so that's the benefit there, is we didn't want to further the rust process.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The damage.
So what's next on the lineup? You got
So I can grab.
Well, let's go into the Mud Buster. What do you think? Because that's kind of the next thing.
I already had it in my head. It's perfect timing.
So yeah, let's talk about it. What each one of these does, because does this one have some kind of? You mentioned it a little bit, but does it have a little bit of a grease fighting process or properties?
Well, as a all-purpose, all-surface cleaner, yeah, it's going to help break down the grease and oils that you're going to get on the engines, or the leaks from the CV joints, as a part of, off-roading. And so this is a great product to begin your cleaning with, to pre-treat all of the really dirty areas, whether it's the wheels, the tires, the lower sections of a quad or a UTV or a dirt bike, and the engine bay, engine area. It's a all around cleaner, and it will help that. So it is not brake buster. That's been asked before, even though it kind of goes with our buster theme with Iron Buster and with Brake Buster. We thought it'd be fun to bring in tie that into the new line with Mud Buster.
Right. And again, just so that people that are watching, Dave and Bob do not like to resurrect the same product with a different name. That's not going to happen. You guys actually develop a new product. It has new properties. It is not the same thing. And I think that is really important, because a lot of people out there might just relabel stuff, but that doesn't happen. P&S is very meticulous. I mean, I've spent a lot of time with Dave kind of nerding out on the chemical side, and he's really meticulous about what actually goes in and doesn't go into these products. So,
and I think it's safe to say, like I said before, we have to start somewhere. These are all cleaners, right? There are bases, but from there, the additives, not just color and fragrance, but other tweaks that we make to make something specific, whether it's the concentration, and Keith is, our chemical expert. That is not Dave, but he talked about, he's not our chemist, but he is our chemical expert. We do want to.
So you're saying Dave is a mad scientist and Keith is Beaker?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. Yeah. So, how's that on? I mean, this probably falls more in an all-purpose cleaning category than it would in a wheel tire style category. So if you look at where the base came from, we probably would say it started more in that category of a line. This is a product that you could dilute if you wanted to stretch it, but it's really not designed for that. This is a little more biodegradable and environmentally safe than, say, an Iron Buster or a Brake Buster type product would be. This goes back to the days, and if you've done any heavy equipment truck cleaning, and Kyle's done just a little bit, this is kind of that pre-soak product. You're going to hit the whole vehicle with this thing before you foam cannon the vehicle. I mean, this is really your break it down product. This is to get all the general dirt, grime, oils, greases, all that stuff that you've built up, or in some cases, if you broke something, splash everywhere. Get that material kind of getting broken down into its parts, so you can hit it up and do your wash on it.
Yeah, if you've ever off-roaded and broken a CV joint, then you know what you're going to find on the side of everything.
No guy did that.
And if you've ever used or had, the satin powder-coated black wheels, you know that they're really delicate, and you don't want to hurt them. And that's why we went in this direction, to be gentle enough on surfaces that we're not going to dry them out or discolor them, but also aggressive enough to break down all of the worst, debris. This is by far more effective than wide open wash, but I would pre-treat this, with Mud Buster on all those areas, and then follow on top of that with wide open all-terrain wash, and then do my washing. That way you've already broken it down, and then the wide open is kind of rinse it through still allowing the products to work before you do your final rinse.
Yeah, and I think it's interesting because I've been around in and around the off-road world my whole life. I grew up on dirt bikes and I actually did some off-road racing for a little while in like the Baja and stuff like that. But 90% of the people would just use a pressure washer. Then you're damaging the surface of those paints. You're taking all the stickers off the side of it. You're etching into the paints when they're doing some of that. And that's because there weren't products that would break some of that stuff down, especially the greases and the oils. And, so you end up with this quote clean bike, but it's got grease all over the side of it where you've sprayed chain lube all over it. So I think it's interesting that and it's something that's needed. I think this is an underserved market primarily because there's so many people that just use the regular washes and stuff, but they don't have the emulsifiers and the way to break down those harsher conditions. Let's face it. You're not taking your new convertible out and running it around in the desert and getting mud all over it. So this is a different product. So let's go. What's next on the line that you've got?
So you mentioned you've done some Baja and some other off-roading. Well, when you need to clean things up when you're out and about, then you need to take a pit stop. And so that way we have our pit stop quick detailer.
Nice play, Kyle.
Yeah, that's nice.
Loving the color, really nice. We'll say islandy type of fragrance, like a mango. I'm really digging this. I don't know where Keith went. Is he in here?
Yeah, he's
there.
Okay. I can't see things that you can. So pit stop is our quick detailer. Like other quick detailers, it's meant to lift. It's meant to quickly clean surfaces like plexiglass. You can use it on the glass, the mirrors, the dash, all the powder coating, handlebars, forks, wheels. This is kind of how you would do your wipe down, or you could use it as like a drying aid on your Jeep, on any of these, on your snowmobile. It's going to leave a nice light gloss behind. It is very, it has a good body to it. It's thicker than other quick detailers I've used. And so that with the proper microfiber towel will clean and leave behind a nice shine.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think you made a great point there, Kyle. It looks and feels a little thicker than let's say paint gloss, which everybody knows, and it's been a staple product for P&S forever. So definitely not a rebrand of a paint gloss. This is going to have a little more cleaner in it because there is a little more dirt dust to emulsify. So it's going to do a little bit more work in that way.
Hey, we got a question coming in real quick here from Sarah. It's asking about a certain ceramic coating from P&S that you use on an ATV or UTV.
Yeah, we would. I would recommend if you're going to ceramic coat any of those that you use Inspiration. It works well, and the reason why it'll work well on all the surfaces, from the plastics to the powder coat to the paint, and mainly the reason why I say that is Inspiration works great on all of the textured plastic trim on like the fenders. It works good on powder coating that is textured, even some of that thicker powder coat or kind of like the Rhino line, on the edges of Jeeps. Not saying do Rhino lining with it, but some of those more textured powder coats. And so Inspiration Classic is what I would recommend for all surfaces on your UTV, on your dirt bike, pretty much everything besides the glass, actual glass, and rubber.
Yeah, and plexiglass. But I think that answered really two questions. And one, a lot of people, we get questions sometimes too about powder coating and how it's different. It's different, but it's not much different. I mean, you can still polish powder coat, you can ceramic coat, powder coat, and it actually, just like the properties of regular ceramic coating on paint, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to protect it, and it's going to kind of, I love this quote from Sydney. It's going to stop time. I love that, because that's really what we're trying to do. Is you're trying to take a vehicle, whether it's an ATV, UTV, or a car, truck, van, RV, whatever you're working on, you're trying to stop that time right now, or slow down that entropy, or that wearing down of that particular thing you're doing. So that's awesome that you can actually put. I was amazed, and we were kind of in the background at the TRCMA during you guys' presentation, but talking about ceramic coating and plastic. That is the perfect, to me, scenario for ceramic coating, or adding an additional layer of protection, is an off-road vehicle, because you're beating the crap out of it. I mean, by nature, you're up there tearing it up. If you're not, then you should probably get rid of it, because that's its purpose.
Yeah. You want, I mean, my UTV is not a pavement princess. Obviously, California, I can't drive it on the pavement, but it's dirty. It's dirty right now. And we use it, and then you take it home and you get it clean, so it's enjoyable for the next ride that you're going to get dirty. And that's why I've been telling everyone, getting it dirty is only half the fun. The other half is getting it clean. And so when you do ceramic coating, it's going to make your life easier, but remember, it's going to wear down too. There's a lot of abrasion that happens when you're going through the dust, behind other quads or UTV, anything, going over rocks or sand or mud. It's going to wear it down. So you are trying to stop time. I like that too.
Yeah. Except it will not stop Scott
aging.
Mesa's aging.
No.
You're just.
I got to tell you, I've known Scott a long time. So as Kyle. He's actually aging pretty well.
He's not doing bad. He's
tremendous job on fitness the last couple of years, and Scott, you're looking good, dude. Don't worry about your aging. You're aging like fine wine.
That's right.
We answered the question, what product would we use? Let me answer why we wouldn't want to necessarily use, say, Sol. Sol, with how porous some of those surfaces can be, is going to absorb in and really not give you the coating and protection you want. It's a lower solid product. And then if you flip over to Legend, the challenge with Legend is on those high textured surfaces, you've really got to buff that product down, or it can leave what looks like a white residue, because it is such a high solid. It'll actually, leave a what looks like a marring. It's protected, guarantee that it's protected, but it won't leave you the look you want. Inspiration is a nice fit right in the middle on those. And then Kyle mentioned something about glass. If you've got real glass, or good polycarbonate, hey, View is a coating for you. But that's why we like Inspiration. It's so versatile. It does a great job on porous surfaces. It does a great job on the high texture surfaces. That it just really is the right fit for coating.
There's so many surfaces that are expensive on these. Like I have a little 10-inch light bar on the front of my razor that is, I don't even want to say how much it costs, because my wife would be upset with me. So you want to protect those surfaces and make them nice, then, coating them will help slow down the aging process there.
Right. And the nice part is all these products that we're introducing here are not going to have, obviously with coatings, you don't have an effect with the cleaners, because they're relatively impervious to chemical, degradation. So all the products here are going to be user friendly when it comes to dealing with the coating.
So let's go to the interior of a vehicle, whether it's the seats or the grips or the gas or the brake or the clutch pedal, the vinyl seats. Our cockpit cleaner is what you're going to want to use here. Are we both getting a text message? Are the guys still there?
I know the view is a little odd, but Kyle and I are going to carry on with the show.
Keep going.
Get Rod and Jody back. They lost internet. We'll keep going. So
let's do this. So Keith, tell us about cockpit cleaner, and I'll tell everyone how good it smells.
Oh, dude, come on. So cockpit cleaner is, again, another product specifically formulated to work on the heavier vinyls and, malleable plastics, if you will, that you're going to find in a UTV. The other thing it actually can be used for, put it on a towel. You can wipe down those harnesses and straps with that product. as a light cleaner for fabrics. So there's not really a fabric in there, but it is a cloth material for the straps. That canvas, great product for that. It's got a super cleaning ability, nice foaming surface. So you guys demonstrated with I believe it was a hog's hair bristle brush, and one of our Detail Factory brushes that we use all the time. And it's a great product to scrub. It gets in those nooks and crannies, nice foaming ability, and it wipes right out with a clean, fresh look to it. What does it smell like, though? Because that's kind of been the debate.
Well, I feel like it smells like a citrus, but more on the lemony side. It has a very, very fresh smell to it that lingers. It lasts a little while. I can smell it now. I sprayed a little bit in my van, and it's really, really just when like someone cleans the house and they clean like that lemon pledge, it just smells fresh lemon. I don't know. We got to ask Dave exactly.
I think Dave said it's lemon verbena, so it's kind of one of those. And a lot of hand soaps kind of have that style of. They have a mix of two different products. I think that's what Dave has in there. So we got a quick question back to the coating thing, and I don't want to beat this to death because we got one product to go. But Scott asked, hey, can we place inspiration over solution finish? Chris West is a great friend of P&S. He's a great friend of the industry, and he's just a wonderful guy. Chris actually has a coating product for the solution finish line. And the reason he has that is
over the top or something. Right?
Yeah, I think it's over the top or it's just topper, but it's specifically designed so that you will not have that product tiger stripe, which a lot of times can happen when you do a re-dyeing or recoloring. And his product is really specific to that. So if you have solution finished, it's like anything else in the manufacturing world, buy a product that's paired to go with that. And I would go with Chris's product.
Yeah. The other thing about
you can put inspiration over it, but if it were me and I were going over his product, I'd use his recommended application.
Exactly. The reason why is because you still want repairability, and you don't want to seal in something that you're not going to be able to re-solution finish down the line. If you already have dried out plastics, solution finish is going to be your go-to to maintain it from then on. So utilize his product, but when it's brand new, and you want to protect it, you can, and that it's going to give it a nice gloss. That's when inspiration would work well on those textured plastics.
And we always recommend 2 layers of inspiration when you do the initial application, but your annual, you could come back with a single layer of inspiration and just reapply that at the end of season or before you start your next season.
Awesome. Well,
all right, next one up. What do we got?
That brings us to my favorite name, favorite smell, favorite color, is the orange creamsicle smell of Full Send, total dressing. So
what do you mean by total dressing, Kyle?
Well, and I can speak to this on my own UTV, but pretty much all the surfaces that you want to be shined or hydrated, whether it's gloss plastics, powder coat, rubber, except for the pretty much everywhere except the steering wheel, the clutch, the seat. The seat on the dirt bike or the quad, you don't want to slide off there.
Right.
But the seat on the Jeep or the seat in the UTV, it's totally fine on the vinyl, the leather, the plastics, the black powder coating. If you want to spray down the suspension and give it a nice look, maybe you're taking your dirt bike to a show, and have it, you just want it to look really good in your garage. It can dress every surface pretty much, minus glass and the gauge cluster, and you're good to go. So total dressing for all those surfaces, giving it a nice natural look, not terribly, not super glossy, and not very sticky or greasy. It's going to be a nice product for you. And in this, that, that's why we said full send, because you can pretty much spray it on everything.
Yeah,
And,
great product for if you don't want to coat stuff, then put it on your fenders. Put it on your plastic fairings. Put it on your obviously your seats because the dirt and dust will come off easier. Put it on anything. It'll even go on some of the powder coat product. Not that I would necessarily do that, but again, another way to create that barrier so that when you get dirt and grime on there, comes off easier for sure.
And it self levels nicely. As long as you give it a nice even spray, you can level it yourself with an applicator or a microfiber if you would prefer to do so. But as long as it's not dripping, it will self level really, really nice and give a nice gloss look to all those surfaces.
And we really don't want a gooey, shiny look anyway, because that tends to attract dust. And that's we're trying to make it so that the vehicle sheds the dirt and the dust a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. And if it does get dusty, it is creating that barrier that you can wipe off easy and get dust to lift off of those textured plastics or gloss plastics or your vinyl. And you could do that, or you just rinse it off. It's going to create that kind of, like I said, a barrier, but it's going to be like using PAM and it's going to help non-stick rinse everything off.
So we've covered the line. Let's do a little sneak preview here, Kyle.
Okay.
Let's talk about what's not in the line that's still coming. And obviously the first thing is accessories. And so we have some things coming for accessories that are not here yet. But what do we got? What are we looking at for add-ons to the line here in the very near future?
Well, accessories that are needed for this industry, this side, and just like car detailing, are the right brushes, from the soft bristle brushes to maybe some stiff brushes for rubber, for tires, for really bad plastics or suspension. Different interior brushing, towels, and maybe even something to put our soap in and go wide open all over everything. So there's accessories that the line will eventually have, and we've been working on those to suit the surfaces and utilize the products to their fullest potential.
Cool. Yep. And then people ask us, hey, are there other chemicals coming? And the answer is we're never done building product and never done building product line. There are some things that we think might be a fit to add to this as a next step. But we're going to see how the line develops and see what the demand is. And we're going to listen to the industry a little bit, which is really what we should do. That's what any good manufacturer does, listen to the market.
Yeah, I feel that the line will evolve, not just, newer products in the, down the line, but some, updates to these products over time to improve them. As we get feedback, and they're already great as they are, but tweaks may happen. But we may bring on different types of protection, different types of cleaners, and there's no limit to it. But this is where we wanted to begin. And hold on, the guys are coming back on.
I totally lost my internet.
We lost the internet in Idaho for about 2.5, 3 minutes
crap.
there. Thank you guys for continuing our show.
Thanks
that
for
was
being
awesome.
The professional team. It's like,
well, the beauty is we've done this a little bit as a team.
Yeah, that's true.
I can tell.
And I got to miss if you talked about my favorite one called Full Send. So
yes, we talked about that. And what's your favorite part about Full Send, Rod?
Just the name itself. I just love that embodies all of any kind of off-road, snowmobiling, ATVs, everything.
Yeah, that's one of the names I was really excited about because if you're going to go get big air, or if you're going to go, up a mountain or a sand dune, or go through a mud pit, go full send. It's all out, pedal to the metal or the full throttle twisted, and go for it. And that's kind of why this industry is the way it is, and why we all end up wearing helmets and boots and chest protectors, and because of people going full send. So that is the name I was super excited about.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So one of the questions that we got when we did the promo, and we said we were going to talk about the off-road launches, people are asking where they can get their hands on this and see it. So where in this year, where are you guys going to be in the next little while where people can actually see, feel, smell the products?
Well, right now, when I go do demos down here in Southern California, like I did a class Monday, I brought the line with me. We're going to have it at different events all over. I'm sure we're going to have it with us when we go to the Southern Detailers Conference coming up in a few months, and other events, SEMA, it'll be there.
Yep.
And I mean, for purchase right now, it's available through our website. It's available through the Rad Company. And our other partners are beginning to fill their shelves and get those items put up on their websites.
Yep.
So I have a question for you in particular to that. Is this more of a DIY product, or is it meant to be a detailer and a DIY product where detailers that have a storefront, P&S storefront, can sell products to their customers?
That's the next question.
This is really a point of sale product line. And so what we mean by that is this, yes, if you have a retail storefront in your shop, this is a product you want to have. So who should be looking to have this? Any of our P&S storefronts. And yes, storefront guys, it is going to be part of the storefront line. We're revamping a lot of stuff with that program coming up. You should look for this to be a retail product line for the consumer. Awesome. Detailers have a lot of products that can do a lot of this type of work. So they may not. Yep, we're here. We got you. But it's really a consumer grade product line as far as it's targeted to the enthusiast, right? I mean, a lot of the off-road guys are not going to take their vehicle in to get detailed. And so, there are some shops that do that, and they do a lot of it with their service. But this is really a consumer product line, a prosumer, if you will. But if you're a detailer and you need great product, we do sell these products in gallons. So we didn't talk about that, but everything comes in a pint except for the wash shampoo that comes in a quart. And then all of this comes in gallons. So you have the ability to get the larger sizes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not in fives or bigger quantities. So initial rollout on this, and again, the market will tell us what to do. But the initial rollout is for a consumer product line. So it is a product line that's there. But if you are a storefront and you want to get this product, reach out to myself or Kyle in your market, and we can certainly help you integrate that into your program.
And if you can't tell, I think Kyle's a little proud of this product line.
Well, it was a lot of fun. Being a part of developing it. And it's for you, you're a boat guy, right? For you to be part of doing something in the industry you love, I am proud of it. I'm proud that I work with a great team at P&S, and that they trusted me to guide them through the industry I've been a part of since I was born. So it is pretty cool.
It's a cool, it's a cool industry. It's a cool product line, and we're just scratching the surface. There's probably as much for us to explore and grow into here as there is anything we're going to do in the next couple of years. And we have no idea where this is going to take us. If it does what Double Black has done, or even half of that, we're going to go places we never imagined. And that's the exciting part is, Kyle's going to be kind of our bus driver on that, I think, as we move forward, helping us kind of steer and navigate through that process. So
awesome.
We're excited about it.
So we're really excited to be, part of it. When we saw you guys do the launch, there's two things that I was really excited about. One is I was obviously excited about the full send. That kind of got me right off the bat. I got to admit, I was nerding out on that.
I like wide open.
The other one is they're not black t-shirts. So large and medium in a not black t-shirt.
Kind of refreshing.
Yeah. There is one business side of things, and that is RoadFS customers that are using this. I need to get the product SKUs and the MSDs into our system. So I'll be getting a hold of you, Kyle, to get those, because anybody that has a storefront that's using our stuff, you need to have those products in there, and we'll get a hold of these guys and get that passed through.
Yep. And the SDSs are up on the P&S website. So they're readily available. As with anything, there's a ton of infrastructure that goes into a product rollout. It's not just, hey, let's put something in a bottle and go sell it. The branding was a major process for us. What was the right look? What was the right feel? What was the right theme? We had to integrate it. And that always a work in progress. Bob has taught me a long time ago. He says, the great thing with marketing is if it doesn't go well today, you can just do better tomorrow.
I love it.
That's perfect.
I've always taken that from Bob is we just got to try better tomorrow and do better. Not that we have failed here at all, but just, this will be an evolving thing. I can tell you there are now stickers available. The shirts are available. They're, by the way, on our website. You can get the shirts on our website.
There you go.
Those are all available to people. They do run a little more snug than our normal T-shirt.
Oh, come on. You're supposed to say, my ripped, shredded muscles doing full skin is what makes them so tight.
That's right.
Well,
so then I can look like a more
when
muscular Elmer
When we
Fudd.
launched this, I told Bob, I said, bring me a size bigger because I don't trust shirts. I'd rather them be baggy on me than be tight.
Yeah, so I took a shirt that normally is supposed to be my size, and I handed it to Gabe. So if you guys know Gabe at the right company,
oh wow,
he's more slight than I am, and I think that shirt will fit him fine.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more coming, as far as our marketing. I'm super excited. We got the stickers recently, and more and more will, and we're going to tweak some things here and there, but stay with us. And
absolutely
watch it grow. This is exciting.
Well, we're super excited, man. Thank you guys for taking the time to visit with us, and thank you for taking the time to hold the show together while Rod and I went off camera. But
it's a team effort. We appreciate the opportunity to be on, guys. We have since we got back from Idaho, we really haven't done another promotional program like this. So this is kind of our first show after the big reveal. And for those asking, yes, this product will be on Amazon, although it's a soft rollout. So look for this product on Amazon, probably not for another month. So hit those distributors, those guys you want to go to, and hit the storefronts, and they can certainly get the product and have it for you.
Awesome.
That's
well,
great.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you working through the show with us and being the true pros that the entire P&S team is across the board. We're super excited about this product line. I can't wait to go get something muddy so that we can see how it works, because me and Reed are always up for getting a little dirt when I'm not boating. So it's good. So
awesome.
Thanks, guys. Well, we
mentioned you can get the kit of pints and quart, all 5 in a single kit. So
awesome.
So you can find that on the P&S website. That's there. And I have to ask this question, guys, because I always do. Kyle, you're detailing today. What are you working on?
I'm detailing on a 20-year-old 45-foot Prevo RV.
Wow.
That's why I need the scaffolding behind me.
He's got a full day.
This is going to be a full week.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's going to take a little bit of effort. So,
there's a lot of stuff to do on it. I got the touch-up paint with me. I got lots to polish.
Well, we hope you have a fantastic day. Hopefully, I think Richard Ambrose is coming to help you. So you guys have a good day together. And Keith, you're doing IDA stuff and a myriad of other things. So you guys have a great day, and we will check you same time, same bat channel. Just next week.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Yep.
See you,
Bye-bye.
man.